on our way from Winnipeg to Regina right now. Saw a sign for Brandon, Manitoba. We should have moved to Brandon. No.
I mean, it's less stabby than Winnipeg.
It's... So yeah, we're 5 hours, 20 minutes probably left right now.
5 hours and 20 minutes.
Ooh, I guessed pretty good. And yeah, then we're in Regina. We're in the hotel for 4 days. Then we get, 5 nights. And then we get the house. And you guys will get to see the new Rhino Roost, as some people have called it. Yeah. And we get to start setting up our life outside the Arctic. Back in the south. So, it's really weird being back on paved roads again. And I mean, it hasn't been that long since we've been out. It was like September, and now it's February. But after a couple months of being on roads that are just
glare ice, and your car's just flipping this little way.
That's the thing, right? In the winter, there's no potholes, but it's just patted down snow until it's glare ice. In the summer, it's dirt roads that are full of potholes because there's no real equipment to fix it. So it's so much smoother being on this. One thing I would say about the Northway Plains, and I brought this up to Alicia yesterday, even though they're smaller and older and more rickety than Wasaya or Bearskin or Perimeter or even North Star, they land so much nicer. It was such a smooth landing. There wasn't the big bumps and throws and this and that. And it was nice for the dogs because if you saw in the video where I showed Alicia like sleeping, you could see the cargo netting. Colleen was right behind the cargo netting. Yes. Colleen was right behind the cargo netting, able to see us. So it was nice. Anyway, we're still in Manitoba. And yeah. Oh my lord, guys, can you see our house? I can see our house from here. So the joke has always been when you get into Manitoba, like the outskirts of Manitoba and into Saskatchewan, there's nothing but flat. You can see your girlfriend walking away after she dumped you for days, and it's not entirely a fib, but at the same time, we were in the Arctic. We saw no trees. If our dog runs away again, we'll be able to find him and see him for days.
I should get tired of this game culture.
And we are still in Manitoba. We haven't left Manitoba yet. So we have not hit the plains of Saskatchewan yet. I think parts of it are. And yeah. And then Calgary's only 7 hours away, so at some point I'm sure we'll end up being in Alberta to see Alberta, at least parts of Alberta. And so between the job we've done, we've seen the Arctic and the subarctic. We've been to Quebec, we've been to Manitoba, we've been to Ontario, been to Nunavik, which is part of Quebec, but hey. Saskatchewan. Then you can see Alberta. Then it's really BC and the Maritimes left. I mean, we could say let's go to the high Arctic, but I mean, the only part of the high Arctic I'd want to go to is maybe Dene territory and see Dene culture, because we've seen Inuit culture. Yes, the Inuit on both coasts are somewhat different in culture, but they're also somewhat the same. Okay, I'm done talking. Oh, guys, we're going down the Portage La Prairie.
Continue straight on.
With passage towards Brandon. So Portage La Prairie, like entrance to the prairie, travel to the prairie, path to the prairie. Hey, there's a hill. This isn't the prairie. Yeah. Yeah.
I was told it was flat.
Yeah.
Line 2.
Well, this is the portage to the prairie, so that you're allowed to go uphill now. We're portaging over the hill. So I don't know if anyone understands that, can tell the happiness and excitement as well as the stress that's going through me. But hey, we're on Highway 1, not 401, not Highway 1. We're on Highway 1. We're on the first highway. I know that's not actually what it means. Yeah. The skies was opening up. It was really dark, and then the sun started peeking through. It's almost as if it's like, hi guys, welcome. It's not like when we drive to pick up the kids and like a torrential downpour and thunder and everything comes as we're getting closer to Elmer.
This is your ex-wife's food.
Stay away. And I'm like, no, my kids are there. But stay away. No, my kids are there. Okay, how much longer do we have?
We're 425 kilometers from our destination.
Okay.
And 407 of those kilometers are spent on this highway.
Highway 1.
Highway 1.
Straight line.
Yeah.
Straight line. Our first stop was here in Brandon, Manitoba at a Mickey D's. Basically, we needed food. The dogs needed to pee. We needed to pee. So here we are. Anyway, bye. Otis. Otis.
Oh my god. Okay, we got 3.5 hours.
It's a plane.
Yeah, there's a plane hour.
Okay. Well, we're now about to be on our way out of Brandon. You know, I'm not a fan of McDonald's. Their coffee is great. I don't like eating their food all that much, but road trip, it's like the top notch because it's just everywhere and it's easy.
Then turn right onto Trans-Canada Highway 1 West.
So are you saying you don't like the on-ramps?
Straight on.
I've seen some short on-ramps in my day, but that's fucking ridiculous.
I did almost miss it, but to everybody that says the prairies are just flat, look, there's hills. There's hills. Yeah, we're in rolling hills right now. So you all y'all Ontarians that are like, oh, there's nothing but flat. I mean, it's mostly flat. There are hills. There was a lot more hills while I was trying to turn my camera on with my nose and went to slow-mo and everything else instead of video, but hey. We're in Saskatchewan! Looks the exact same as Manitoba.
I just happened to notice the sign.
Now, we will be passing through a lot more towns now that we're in Saskatchewan. There is a lot of towns along this route. I don't know how big they are. They're probably blink and you miss them type of towns. But there was a lot more things on the route to Regina than there was from Winnipeg to the border. If rural Saskatchewan ever grew to be like Ontario, we have a couple lanes of highway we could put in right here. A couple lanes we could put in here. You could actually at least put one on each side before you even hit the farmers' fields, and then like 2 or 3 down the middle. Yeah. So we just passed a cop that had somebody pulled over. Look at this. Where's the cops hiding? How do you not see the cops to know to not? And the speed limit here is already 110, not 100 like in Ontario. So where was he hiding in the gully? Like. According to the GPS, we're going to Regina. Yes, that's where we're going. The most vehicles we've seen on the road at one time since starting this trip. We're in Regina now.
I'm not. They seem to
hotel. Our truck is no longer bright white. There's a dog. So here's the thing, right? Here's my view out of my hotel window. It's like this basically because that's the airport over there, but that and that don't look a lot different. And then this is our room. So it's not a suite like the last one we had, but it's a nice room. Anyway, bye.